L.A. I'm Mike Amos. Of course, Mrs. Virginia Nowling is with us, and also
I've been missing y'all.
Getting close to Halloween.
also Ricky Clark, and of course Neil Armstrong, and we're here to pick football games today. Brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass, and I've got one of these pink hats this morning.
Yeah.
And Ricky, if somebody comes in today saying they want to take a look at a Ford car or truck, hey, they get one of these.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, also to be patriotic. And what a beautiful boy. We can wear this out to Pike Liberal Arts.
Yeah,
tonight.
I was say, you can
And
wear
not
that.
that.
You can wear that to the Pike Live game.
in fact,
Pike.
the first guy that calls that wants the hat is going to get it. It's a red, white, and blue hat, and especially if you're going to the big Pike Liberal Arts game tonight.
That's right. Big game tonight.
And of course, Neil, tell us what's going on with you, man.
Oh, not much. Just watching the hurricane on the news, Mike, and praying and just feeling sad for those people in the Panhandle down there that were in harm's way. That's
You know-
it's a tragedy we'll never forget the rest of our life.
You know, Mexico Beach is a beautiful place. It's located south of Panama City. It's on the other side of Tyndall Airport Base, and it's a beautiful area. And it just the hurricane just demolished it. It's unreal. Ricky, what does a Ford dealer do in times of wind and rain like that?
We forgot to tell you that if you move to Troy, about every 5-6 years we get a hurricane.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
we get to experience a little of the rain and wind in Texas a little bit too.
Yeah.
There's a big one coming through. So we were ready. We were open for a little while, but we finally shut her down about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody get home.
and of course, you had a big hurricane sale. Is that right? Y'all all got outside and said it's a big hurricane
Yeah,
sale.
the hurricane sale. So basically, how that works? Anything that got wet's on sale.
I'm
Neil
coming
was-
down there today.
It's
Neil
all dried
was-
now. It's
Neil
all dried
was-
off by now.
Hey.
Neil was a smooth 27-5. Ricky came in at 19-13. Pretty good for a guy that's going to be politically correct.
That is.
Not bad.
And you know,
It
let me
is.
tell you what I heard. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, do this. You know, this thing's more competitive than you think, but at the same time, they don't want to see a guy just actually make a fool out of himself on this thing. You know, I heard Neil tell Ricky, said, "Don't take
Calhoun.
Calhoun." No, you know what I'm saying? You can be politically correct,
Yeah,
but
that's
don't
right,
take
yeah.
Calhoun.
But don't
because-
take Calhoun.
because, we know you're going to win one. You're going to win one.
Oh yeah.
Now, if they were playing basketball, it's a different story now.
Yeah, if they play you in basketball, chalk it up.
Yeah. Of course, our show, of course, is brought to you by our good friends at Pike County Ford on the bypass in Troy. And, of course, he's sitting up there today, and he's got him a special seat saying, "We're dealing."
Right?
We're dealing. And, of course, it is pretty. It's pink, and y'all are observing that. Is that right?
That is correct.
Breast
Breast
cancer
cancer
like
awareness
that.
month.
Of course, that's something that is a vital interest to people all over the country. That's a terrible disease, and I tell you what, whoever started the pink deal, it really deserves a lot. Good morning, y'all. Today in L.A., how you doing?
Good morning.
Morning, Mike.
Hey,
All
Mike.
right, tell us how cold it is at Birmingham this morning.
It didn't get in the 40s. I think the low is around 42.
Tell you what, it's
I mean,
wonderful
not
out there.
42,
52.
52.
I tell you, it is wonderful out there this morning. What was it? Temperature?
55 on my truck.
55 on your truck.
My
so-
Ford
Great.
F-150 said 55.
That's right. Exactly right. Of course, Virginia, what's
Ricky.
been going on with you, my friend? I know you've
Whoa,
been in
whoa,
court
Mike,
all
we
week.
got,
Been in court?
wait a minute. You done picked Alabama. You said you'd never pick Alabama.
I moved into my new office.
Yeah, where's that?
It's 518 South 3 Knott Street. It's right across the street from Save a Life. And I was worried. It's called the Magnolia Building, and it's because
I know
I
it
guess
well.
it's got a huge
Yeah.
magnolia tree
Sure
beside
does.
it, and I sure am glad that it survived the hurricane.
And of course, you be careful for all those friends of yours to the south of you coming out for some sun this morning. Of course, the oldest cemetery in this part of the
Listen.
country.
You know, I noticed that. I mean, I knew it was there, but it kind of set in with me the other day when I was leaving. It was getting dark outside, and I said,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave a little
I-
earlier
I
next
would've
time.
went-
Getting close to Halloween.
What's
Yeah.
the famous lady?
And
Love.
Yeah, Ann Love.
Ann Love might want to come out to get some sun this morning.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember going to that cemetery in elementary school, you know, and sketching over her. Can't remember what you call
Exactly.
it.
Neil, I was looking at this week, and Mike, you're listening too. I was looking at how Neil does it, and of course he was
cheats
smart.
off of my sheet.
He had every one of the high schools, and then he had Troy, but you know, everybody pretty much lost Boise.
Yep.
You know what? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, Neil.
Did you find a mistake on mine?
Wait a
Wait a
minute.
minute.
Hey, I forgot, man.
What are you doing?
Hey, you lost Boise, but you still win the contest.
I
You're
think
20.
everybody in the country lost.
He's 26
That's
and
funny.
6
Yeah.
now, ladies and gentlemen. We find corrected mistakes, but
So I think I probably won more games.
Mike,
than-
which one would you think was the toughest one out there? The Oklahoma State got beat. Oklahoma got beat. How many times do you find that those two teams get beat in one day?
Not many.
And then of
Well, I,
course
mean, I think
Mississippi
everybody
State.
took LSU probably too.
And most everybody took Mississippi State, didn't they?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No, took Auburn. I mean, most people took Auburn and got beat.
Yeah.
No question about it. Of course, we got
What happened to the
of
War Eagles? Ginger?
course, we got a lot going on tonight.
What happened to TCU last night, Ricky?
Oh man.
Boy, Ricky, they were terrible.
What in the
Man,
world?
hey, don't be, hey,
Where's
don't,
the
hey, Ricky, don't be
No problem.
sticking, don't be sticking your hand up like that. That
Well, I
go.
promise you, Coach Patterson's not making excuses.
And he
this
didn't
morning.
look like he was doing anything
They
about it,
stunk
did
it
he?
up.
Hey,
They
look, I can
stunk it
show you him right now. Let me get
Head's
down
head all
there. There he
tangled
is
up.
right now. His hands are on his knees, and that's how and he's got a visor. And usually now, I'm gonna tell you, Ricky, he's a well-respected coach, but that was not the same. I hate to give your team such a hard time, but that wasn't the same TCU team I'm used to watching.
Not at all. I hadn't seen them play that bad since the
Mike,
back.
I
and
just
where
want to
does
see that cord get tangled up around.
where
the
does
head.
Texas Tech come up with all that defense? Either Texas Tech had a good defense, or
I think-
excuse my language,
I think it was
TCU
TCU.
or
just
excuse
couldn't
my
move the ball.
language, TCU is horrible on offense, and they're
You
good
know
on
they played
defense.
good against
They-
Ohio State.
and of course,
You know, their defense coordinator, Texas Tech's David Gibbs, used to be defense coordinator at Auburn.
yeah, that's right. I noticed that, and he was all excited. And of course, Texas Tech hadn't beat TCU in a while.
Well, what I've noticed this year with TCU is we're playing to the level of the competition.
Yeah.
And it's backfiring big time. So they
Yeah.
stepped up against Ohio
They
State.
played great against Ohio
But
State.
when
Right.
they play a weaker team, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
Mike, who does Luverne play?
They
Highland
play
home?
Highland Home.
Highland home, yeah.
Okay, Highland home.
And Highland Home's only lost one game.
You know, Georgia Southern almost got beat by Texas State last night.
Yeah.
That'd been huge for Troy.
That was
I
a
know
bad
it.
game,
I
too.
saw it. I said, man, this is not a very good Georgia Southern team either. It didn't look like.
Don't jinx us now.
I know it. You're right.
Yeah, they're tough, and you got to go play them over there.
Oh yeah, no question about it. No question about it. Okay, of course, we're excited about the weekend, and of course, Charles Henderson's got a big game tonight. That game will be seen live on Troy Cable. Also, we've got Charles Henderson football going to be on the air this Saturday morning, 9 o'clock kickoff. Troy, of course, is going to be at Liberty in
Lynchburg, Virginia.
Lynchburg, Virginia, and of course they're gonna fly out this morning to Lynchburg. And Mike, what have we got to look forward to up there?
Well, I mean, Liberty scores a lot of points back-to-back weekends.
I was
but
noticing
they're in
that
the
too,
40s.
Mike.
They scored 42 and got beat last week, and then scored 51, I think, and won the week before. They actually beat Old Dominion 52-0, and then of course Old Dominion turned around and beat Virginia Tech out Virginia Tech by 2 touchdowns. They're coached by the Nebraska legendary quarterback Turner Gill.
That's
so
right.
it's gonna be a tough game for Troy, especially starting a new quarterback for the first time on the road, and you know, Jerry Falwell Stadium. It's gonna be tough.
I tell you though,
No
it's kind
question
of a blessing for Troy to lose their starting quarterback and then to be able to step out of conference and play a lesser team like Liberty. Not saying we're going to beat them bad, but you know, just to step out of conference game and not have to go somewhere like Arkansas State or App State with a second string quarterback trying to get a full game under his belt. That's kind of lucky.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is respecting this game. The line's down to 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the quarterback situation, Mike.
Okay, Ricky, what's going on out at Pike County Ford?
Man, everything's going on. You know, we got breast cancer
He's
awareness going
dealing.
on, and we're dealing. And you know, we got a big sale coming up on the
You got my
19th.
Bronco ordered yet?
Broncos.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna be the first person in
the
Troy to
best,
get one.
best publicity.
2020. Next October.
Neil, the best publicity Ford ever got in its life
Was my blue F-150?
Well, was with OJ.
Oh, yeah,
he was,
OJ.
he was driving. He was driving that day when he was outrunning all
Yes,
those policemen.
I
He was
watched it.
driving a Bronco.
I watched
And-
it.
but how
Bronco.
much, boy,
It's a
how much
Ford
did y'all
Bronco.
pay him to ride that Bronco? That was unreal. But Broncos, they still make them.
I wish you would make my Ford stock go up.
Yeah, they're coming back in 2020.
2020.
Right now, yeah.
But
The
so
old
right now
model
you
stuff?
can't buy a brand
No,
new
it's
one.
going to be on the same platform as the Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
It's going to be a smaller version.
Okay,
He's sitting on
Virginia,
next
are
week.
you ready, my dear?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. And of course, we're going to start off with Carroll High School of Ozark at Charles Simpson. Carroll has just been unreal. They've lost one game. Is that right?
But, there's a big but in there. Every game has been within 3 to 7 points.
So,
They have not been dominating like they have the last 2 or 3 years.
so they don't just take it and own the football all day long.
Well,
is
they
that
try
right?
to.
Yeah.
They same style. They don't throw it at all.
Yeah.
And they say, we're going to run it, stop us if you can.
Wow.
Yeah.
But their scores have been like 14 to 9, 13 to 7, 20 to 14. I mean, last couple of years they were beating people 28
Oh, yeah.
28 to nothing, every
No
game.
question about it.
So-
and of course, it's going to be a good game.
That's what Auburn used to do. They just used to
Yeah.
run it.
Let me tell you this, and Mike,
And it
I
worked.
think you agree, and Neil, and Ricky. Auburn the other night at Mississippi State, when everybody in the stadium, including my little girl, if I had one in the stadium,
Knew the quarterback was going to run it up the middle?
would know that the
Oh.
quarterback gonna run it right up the middle. Well,
I wonder what play they're gonna
Auburn's
run
got
this
they
time.
got Auburn spread out all over this instead of having 8 or 9.
Mr. Mike, you know what that is?
What?
You know what they call that? They broke the wheel.
They did.
They broke Auburn's defensive line's wheel.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And once you get the wheel broke, then there's no want
Yeah.
to and there's no fight, you can do that.
Yeah, and of course Mississippi State controlled the ball over 40 minutes and wins the game,
Yeah, they did.
and that was the case. Let me tell you this: Carroll has been on fire, but I think this is the weekend of the Trojans. Will the real Troy
Trojans.
Trojans please
sure-
stand
That's
up?
right.
I
And
sure
I
hope
say
you're
they're gonna
right.
stand up tonight. Who
I
do you
sure
like?
hope you're not.
CHHS.
All right, of course that's politically correct. Is that
That's
right?
my alma mater. I've got to go with the Trojans. I feel like they're at home. It's a home game, and Carroll's going down.
Oh yeah, okay.
You heard it
Ricky,
here
what do
first.
you think?
I'm going to tell you what. I've been riding Charles Henderson all year long, every single game. So I'm going to change their luck for them. I'm going to pick Carroll just so Charles Henderson can win.
Somebody from
That makes me wanna
Ozark,
pick Charles
evidently somebody from Ozark bought a car.
There you
from
go. That's
Pike
right. That's
County
what it is.
He's
Ford.
got somebody coming from Ozark for a test drive today.
Yeah. So that's my deal. I'm going with Carroll.
Okay, all right, Neil. Now Neil gets in trouble, but he's gonna call it exactly the way he thinks. Who do you like here?
Mike, Charles Henderson showed spurts of really good football down in Greenville last Friday night, but they also showed their true face last Friday night in Greenville too by getting 4 personal fouls in the first half.
Oh man,
And I believe that the penalty situation that happens every Friday night against Charles Henderson is just too much. Carroll takes a very close game tonight at the vet. I'll pick Carroll. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm pulling for you, Trojans. Prove me wrong.
I know, no question about it. We love to prove it, and of course, the young quarterback. They still got a quarterback controversy over there. Is
Well,
that right?
Puka Jones took every snap in Greenville.
Did he?
Every single snap.
Well, he threw for 300 yards.
Yeah. I mean, he was.
And let me tell you this, and he's here. That young man that caught all those passes for Charles Henderson, his uncle is sitting right up there in the box.
Jackson Giles. Yeah, he was our
Jackson Giles.
he was our sports chat with Neil and Wally player of the week.
Yeah, and,
That's great.
yeah. He caught 9 passes, something like that.
Hey, and let me tell you something. He took some big time
Yeah.
hits and held on to the ball for some big crucial first downs.
All right, and you know what he's doing? He's extra taping this thing to take home. No question about it. We've got a huge game tonight out at Pike Liberal Arts at Delaney Kirby Stadium. The Patriots, undefeated and ranked, I think, 3rd in the state,
Why, I don't
going
know.
up against
They should be ranked
against
first
Monroe
or second.
Academy. Monroe Academy is also undefeated. I don't know when the last time Pike beat Monroe. but they've got to beat them tonight to try to win a.
From what I understand, they've never beat them. From what I've heard.
Well, I don't know the whole.
11 or something.
Do you know anything about that?
I'm not sure that they've ever beat them. I do know that Monroe has beat them several times.
Yeah, well, it's
I
a
don't know about
huge
ever.
game, a huge
I mean,
game.
how is that? Is just Monroe just started as a private school, or were they a different division of Pike Lib?
Different size school.
But they're
Oh,
both
wow.
3A now, aren't they?
Now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what, Mike.
yeah, good one.
Tonight's the night.
I think so too.
Pike Lib takes care of business. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
They keep marching right along like a well-oiled machine, and Monroe runs into a buzzsaw. And,
Pike, I
I'll
can
take the
name a
Patriots.
lot of them, but a lot of these folks, but I
Cody
don't.
Hollis, Jade Sykes,
Exactly, and now
Ty
Faircloth,
Singleton,
the
Faircloth.
Faircloth kid. I think Pike's got too many weapons. I'm gonna take Pike.
Me too.
Pike Lib.
Okay, all right. Now here comes the big pig right here now, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't pick Calhoun.
All right, who do you like, Ricky? Ricky Clark, the owner of Troy Ford, now is.
You can trust me on this one, Rick. I'm not trying
Well,
to.
he
fool you.
can't help it. His main guy, his general manager, has a son.
Oh, he's doing
playing
probably
on that team.
Well, here's the deal.
sorry.
Ray and I were talking about this game yesterday, and the one thing I picked up from him was Pike Lib's only giving up 8 points a game, and I don't think Monroe's faced a defense like that this year. So I think Pike Lib wins this thing in a close one. So I'm going with Pike Lib.
So it's gonna be a good one. Mike, who do you like, man?
I mean, I told you yesterday, I think that Pike's so far has been, not really tested and hadn't played, the best of competition. Of course, that has nothing to do with them. It's all about who they play, their schedule, and they can't do anything about it. But I'll take Monroe. I think Monroe.
He gonna take Monroe.
he took
Well, it's
Monroe.
gonna be a huge game, and it's a shame that you got Charleston playing right down the street.
I know.
And this one, because I'd love
I know.
to see this
I
one.
know.
But we'll be able to see it on Troy Cable.
That's right.
Our cameras will be
The,
there.
the replay will be there Saturday.
Yeah.
Great night for football.
And that's right. Tell us about and I really enjoy your Sunday night show. Tell us about it.
Mike, me and Wally Lowry, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally is Sunday nights at 6 o'clock. We kind of recap all the high school action that happened on Friday night, and we also hit on the college football a little bit, and we're going to keep it going all year. We're going to do baseball, basketball.
Well, I
we
tell you
even
what,
talk about recreation a little bit.
Everybody's talking about your commercials, and that they are unique. And y'all got
We
some
have
good
fun with
footage. Whose yard is that? Your yard or Wiley's yard?
That's Wally's yard.
And of course,
Goodness.
a lot of good.
Neil, I'm sure you were pretty emotional seeing the hurricane. I know you rented jet skis and wave runners down the beach
You
forever.
know what? I lived down
I'd
there.
be killing you watching that the other day. It
I
was
lived
killing me.
I lived down there a couple of years, renting those jet skis, and it's, Panama City. I've always vacationed down there, Mike. Panama City is just a little part of my heart down there. I love that place, and thank goodness it went a little east. But yes, it tore me apart a little bit. That was a very sad situation, Mike.
Of course, Thomas's Donuts was clean as a whistle. That's good news for
That
me.
is good news.
Got a place a couple of doors up from him, and of course,
Schooners made it, too.
But most everybody, I think, is a lot of people are without power, and hopefully they'll get
Yeah,
that.
Unfortunately, where we kept our boat for several years, Treasure Island Marina.
Treasure Island got it bad.
Demolished.
Gone. And
A lot of people lost their boats.
I heard on the radio this morning that they've actually got checkpoints set up on the main roads coming in. That you can't get back in there if you evacuate.
Yeah, I was wondering how, and we got guys around here that can get it done, but we had a lot of people sneak in there and check theirs out and get out of there. Now, let me tell you this: when somebody walks up to you with an M16, hey, you'll get out of there.
Yeah, you will.
And that's exactly what you're going to see down there.
Yeah.
National Guard is everywhere.
Yeah, and and of course, rightfully so too. You don't want any looting going on, and that protection is key.
No question. Okay, everybody but Mike takes Pike. Is that right? Goshen at Calhoun, and ladies and gentlemen, I think the whole crew says Goshen's going to win that football game. Is that right?
Unless the round ball breaks out at halftime, Goshen's going to win it.
Exactly.
They're going to bring a basketball to a football game.
Exactly. No question about it. And of course,
They will whoop your hotel in basketball.
that's right.
I'll tell you.
Barber County
Play for a state
at
championship every
Arrington, and of course Barber County is on hard times, and Arrington is in great shape. I'm taking Arrington.
I'll take the Purple
People Eaters.
I'll take the
Arrington
Purple Cats as
Purple
well.
Cats.
Yep, I'm taking Ayrton.
Everybody takes Arrington?
Arrington.
Big
Okay.
rebound. You know, Ayrton lost 30-0 last Friday night, so
I
I'd
know
hate
it.
to be the next team to play Ayrton.
That really surprised me. That just tells me
Me
how
too.
good Abbeville is.
Yep. Or how
And
good,
how
Pike
good Pike County is, yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
You know, Pike County knows how to wear the shoulder pads. You ever notice that? Have you ever looked at Penn State or Georgia Southern last night? They tuck their and they show those big old biceps. They make them look intimidating.
Intimidating, yeah.
That's right. Luverne and Highland Home, what a game this is going to be.
Ooh, there you go.
And this is, I
Inwood
reckon,
County rivalry.
would you call this whoever wins the Crenshaw County Team of the Year or what?
It's got to be, I guess, because Laverne's already beat Brant.
That's right.
Oh.
Highland Home is playing very good
They
football. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to Ricky. Ricky, Highland Home and Luverne, and
Man, I'm telling you, I've been on the Laverne wagon all year long.
They hadn't done you wrong.
They hadn't steered me wrong yet.
I'm not
If it ain't
positive
broke, don't
exactly where
fix it.
this game's played. That's also very
I believe
important.
it's in Laverne.
Oh, it is
Okay.
in Laverne, then I'm changing my pick.
I'll be
So,
able
yeah, I'm
to-
taking Laverne.
Okay, all right.
Mike, who was the one team to beat Highland Home this year?
Georgiana.
Georgiana, which Georgiana's been beating everybody.
I know.
You know?
You're right. You're right. Okay.
And that's
I
a
got
heck of a
it.
game. All right, I'm gonna take Luverne.
Me too.
Okay. All right. How about you, Ricky?
Oh, yes, sir.
Luverne. And all right, here we go. Who do you like, Neil?
I'll take Laverne Tigers.
Okay.
Scott Riles has got them clicking.
No question about it. Zion Chapel at Central of Haynesville. Zion Chapel has a chance to win 4 games this year, Mike. Is that right?
Yeah, they're 3-3.
That's right.
And this would be the best year they've had in a while. But they're playing at Central of Haynesville. But give me those Rebels of Zion Chapel.
I'm gonna take them too. Calhoun and Central battle it out on the hardwood, but Central Haynesville, they don't put much stock in their football team. They come out there, they look like an NFL team though. 6'7", 6'8", big old line. But
Yeah.
once the whistle
They're
starts,
pretty, aren't they?
they're pretty. Once the whistle starts, the coaching and the
Very,
football
very
comes
good
out.
saying. You know, they say he looks like Tarzan, but he plays like Jane.
Jane.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll take the Rebels too, Mike.
That's cool.
Okay. We got a huge game at Slocum. All right, now who did you take? Let's get you politically correct. Are you taking Zion Chapel?
Yes,
Oh yeah, he's selling cars.
Okay. All right, Pike County at Slocum. Slocum is a team that can beat you on a given day, but not this time. I like the Bulldogs of Pike County High School.
no dogs.
I'm gonna tell you what, the Red Tops are tough down there.
I know they
I
are.
mean, that's not gonna be something Pike County can just walk in there and win. They're gonna have to play
I
their
agree.
tails off.
I agree.
I'll take Brundage as well.
And of course, Pike, it's amazing the job Fred Highland has done.
Solid.
People say, why do
Solid.
they play the jamboree? Why do they play the jamboree? If they did, that jamboree makes Pike County a better team every year.
Dang right. You know, Charles Henderson's what? 4 classifications bigger
That's
than
right,
Pike
yeah.
County. Charles Henderson's supposed to win that game.
But-
But boy, is it not a great scrimmage for Fred Hall.
And
and his
it
group.
you're exactly right, and it motivates his team, and then they're ready to go when regular season
That's right.
starts. It's the best thing
When they
had.
start playing in
Auburn
their
needs
own
to play
size
in
and
it.
caliber, they whoop everybody.
Yeah, they should. All right, now we got a big one, a huge game. Elba, one of the top teams in 2A, going up against Georgiana, and and they're playing at Georgiana. Who do you like, Neil?
I'm picking Georgiana, but I'm not sure. Elba's undefeated. Georgiana's lost 1 to Laverne. I'm going to circle Georgiana, but mark this one down. I don't know who's going to win this one, but I'm circling Georgiana just because of the home team.
Well, let me tell you this.
I'm not comfortable with it.
Whatever team has a Singletary on it is the team I want. And Elba's got a Singletary on it. This kid is, they say, Neil, might be the fastest kid in high school
I heard.
football.
I heard he was
Said he
lightning.
can fly. What's his first name?
I can't remember.
It's Singletary, and he is a good one. Now, look,
I hope Troy sounds it.
let me just tell you this. He is the quarterback, the tailback, the kicker. He does it all.
Punt returner.
That's right, runs back punt. So look for the Singletary boy to run wild. I'm taking Elba. Who do you like, Ricky?
Well, kind of agree with Neil on this.
Let's see,
Being
his
the
mama,
home
his
team, going
daddy, his granddaddy, his cousin, all drive Ford.
Well, in that case,
You can't go
I'm
wrong.
going to remain silent on that.
And if you're a Singletary, come on in to Troy, Pike County Ford, pick up your hat this
That's
morning.
right. That's right. Free
Yeah.
hats for all the
Hey,
Sunday
and I was
I'm
going to
gonna
mention
take that pink hat
Charles
with me
Henderson
when I'm
star basketball player Maury Davenport has set her commitment date. Of course, she's Mrs. Basketball and of course plays at Charles Henderson.
If she
she's gonna
says
make
Troy
her,
is the biggest
commitment
thing in the world,
on ESPN on October 20th. Her choices are down to Rutgers, Georgia, Mississippi State, and Louisville.
not even mentioning Troy.
No.
Only not even mentioning Alabama or Auburn.
I know it.
But Mississippi State would be my pick. I would think. You know they've been unbelievable the last 2 years in
that's right.
basketball.
Closest to home.
Mario Davenport, 6'4", 6'4.5", or whatever, or 6'5", and she is a great player. No question about it.
She's ranked among the top 15 prospects nationally.
Yeah.
I wonder how in the world Rutgers got involved in this.
New
think
York
it's
City,
Really
I reckon,
weird,
or
I've
New
never known them to be
Jersey.
very good in women's basketball.
Mike, the AAU team she plays on in summer ball has a connection to the coach.
Evidently, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay.
And of course, now let me ask this: I always said that Connecticut, UConn would be in here to recruit them only if they ever came to Troy.
Well, I don't know that they've come, but they have recruited her in the summer ball.
They did, okay. And of course, we're talking about one of the finest players in the United States, especially coming out of high school. And of course, their team's expecting to be good again too, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what makes Charles Henderson women so good? Coach Jones scrimmages against men.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so does she really? I didn't know that.
They come
Yeah,
close to
she's
beating
always
them.
putting them up.
Hey, Navarre, and then I'll tell you what, Navarre, am I
Yeah, her
pronouncing
daughter,
that right?
Maury
Jones.
Davenport.
Amari, Mike is one of the best shot blockers in the
Oh yeah,
country.
yeah.
Now I want you to hear something
she's
else.
One of the best, well, you're talking about. I thought you were talking about Coach Jones' daughter. She's one of the best.
Oh, she's a great free throw shooter, one of the best in the country.
Yep.
In fact, I said last year that she was the best free throw shooter in Pike County, including Troy University. Men and women. Men and women. I'm talking about any free throw shooter. She's about a 90% free throw
Yeah,
shooter.
she makes them.
And can make them. But now, Mike, I want you to tell the story. Now, Neil might have heard it last week, but tell us the story about this young man from Charles
Yeah,
Henderson
we've
High
already
School.
talked about it last week. Josh Roberts, that played at Charles Henderson High School, is now playing as a freshman at St. John's for Chris Mullen.
Yep.
So he went from Charles Henderson to be playing in front of thousands at Madison Square Garden in New York.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, he was a wide receiver on Charles Henson's football team. You remember that, Neil?
I do.
And then
just
I
throw it
saw
up to
him
him.
play. I saw him play one night.
210 pounds.
I saw him play one night, and Troy was. The coaches were in the gym. I saw him. He blocked about 8 or 10 shots. I mean, he was an unreal shot blocker. And now he's going to be playing for a team that is in the Big East, very well known, and that's St. John's.
The Redmond.
So St. John's becomes one of my favorite teams
Okay.
automatically. All right, all right, Richmond Singletary. Isn't that a great name?
Yeah.
The great star in Elba's name is Richmond Singletary. And he is
He's
one
fast.
outstanding player.
That's a good name.
Without Richmond Singletary, Elba's just average. But with the problem, the bad thing is, for all you opponents out there, Richmond Singletary is from Elba. All right, did everybody, I took Elba.
I took Georgiana.
Georgiana.
All right, you took Georgia. You let him talk you into that. Hey, Elba's going to win the
Well,
football
I do
game.
think Georgiana.
All right, that's going to be a good one. That
It
plays
is.
at Georgiana. Op at Providence, and last week, Pike County took my good buddy Kenny Keith's team around a few circles and beat them. But, you know, the Op Bobcats are not going to beat them.
They hadn't won a game.
I'll take. I don't know
no.
what's wrong with Op. And
No, you've already circled it, Ginger. Leave
Already
it.
circled off.
you know what? And that is one of the great football towns in,
Yes, it's about to kill 'em down there.
Alabama consistently. Of course, I know you've seen a lot of kids in Texas teams that were good every year, you know. This is the worst op team maybe ever.
Ever.
And I used to listen. We used to play them first game every year. We would play op first game every year, and we would be running our wind sprints. And we would say op. Boy, they don't do that anymore.
Bob Op.
Okay.
Bob, that's right.
Okay, everybody takes Providence and Kenny
Yes.
Key. New
Either
Brockton,
gender, change your pick. That's
Change
not
my
fair.
pick. Hey.
New
Right,
Brockton
she's
and
cheating.
Sampson. And this is a pretty much a done deal. I'll take New Brockton.
I'll take the Gamecocks as well.
Upset of the year.
Scott,
Don't do like Ginger now.
Scott, your nephew was the player of the week, man. What happened to you? I know you've been mountain climbing, I know. But tell me how many passes that young man caught. Do you know?
I do not know the total.
Well, let me tell you the
Did you
total.
see some of those?
9.
Did you see some of those pictures on Facebook of those hits he was taking?
No, I didn't.
I
see
saw
that.
him live.
Yeah, but he caught 9 passes, which is a lot of passes for a Charles Simpson receiver in one game.
Player of the week too.
Troy Messenger Player of the Week and Sports
Yeah.
Chat with Neil and Wally Player of the Week.
And of course,
he-
that's your,
Most important one
The pizza.
and he is your nephew, and tell him who he is.
is Jackson Giles.
Jackson Giles.
Yep. Son of Jennifer Giles.
Yep.
Okay, that's right.
That's great.
All right, that's all the high school games. We're gonna take a short break. This show is brought to you by Pike County Ford
He got you, Scott.
on the bypass. What happened?
He was out here and you called for a commercial.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all right. We got him. Pike County Ford. I said we're out of here. Pike County Ford on the bypass. And tell us about some sales y'all got going on.
And we got a big sale starting next weekend. It's going to be 8 days long. So we're doing the trade event again. It's such a big hit last month.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again next weekend. We're going to do it 8 days, giving away TVs, grills.
Oh man, when does that
It
start?
starts next Friday.
You need a
Next
TV
Friday.
or a grill?
8 days.
Well, I just whatever anything I can get free, I'm for. Of course, I am buying a car from. I just so happen to be buying a car from
Okay.
you today. Are you?
I'm trying to
take
figure
care.
out how I can get a new Ford truck and a Bronco wrapped in one price.
I know,
Hey,
crazy
are
about it.
we on commercial?
No.
No, we're going on commercial right now. We'll be back in just a moment.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal, guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy, never too far for a far better deal.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly specials.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass, and they're dealing like never before. Now you've got several things out there on those used cars and trucks. What can you offer them
Man,
on trade-in?
Top dollar.
yeah, we're like I said, we're doing above and beyond what the books say they're worth. Just I'm having a problem keeping used cars
Yeah.
because we've increased our used car volume so much, and so I'm trying to pay a little more for trades just to make deals happen, so I can have that
So
inventory.
and of course, a lot of deals going on, and we appreciate them very
Hold on,
much.
Mike. I need some information. My 2020 Bronco,
Yeah.
it's going to be coming out in October. Can I get it?
I don't know. It'll probably be a late availability like most of the things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
November?
You have to be patient.
Oh,
If you notice,
Come on.
I'm pretty in pink this morning. Of course, we're prettier than with this hat here. So you need this hat to wear the hat at Troy game, the Charles Simpson game tonight, because there's going to be a lot of pink. But I'm wearing pink because it's 49 degrees outside. And don't you love it? Don't you love it?
welcome home, fall weather. Thank
And,
you.
and of course, out in where you come from, those roosters started howling early, didn't they?
They did. I swear they did. More
Yeah.
like the Basset
Shell
Hounds.
horn.
Okay, let's get going with colleges. Georgia at LSU. This might be one of the tough picks of the whole weekend.
Boy, don't you know, Georgia, the worst thing that could have happened was for Florida to beat LSU.
Yeah, that's right.
Because now that's kind of got everybody's attention down there at the practice all week at LSU. You know, Orgeron has had full attention all week at detail. So Georgia's sweating it because you don't want to play somebody coming off a loss. But I got to take the Bulldogs. Jake Fromm's is too good.
You know, when it comes down to it with this, we're not going against any lines or anything like that. At least I'm not, and Neil might.
Nah.
but no, he giggles about it. But let me just say this: there's no question in my mind Georgia has the best football team. So I'm gonna assume that they're gonna win the football game. I'm gonna take Georgia.
Same here.
What time is this game being played?
I'll look at it.
CBS.
It's CBS 2:30.
2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. You know, that's
If
their
it would
prime
have been a
game.
night game, I think you would have favored LSU a little
Okay, I'm
bit more.
picking Georgia.
Yeah, they could have an earthquake down there. In Baton Rouge.
Anytime, as far as the TV goes,
Registered on
and
the
I like
register.
the ESPN game at 6 at night, but most people think that the prime game is a 2:30 game on CBS, and the reason is for that, you know, you can't watch ESPN out on the farm or out on the dove field, you know, looking at a TV that's got run by a battery.
Right.
If it is on TV in this world, you can pick it up on CBS. Isn't that right?
True. Yes, sir.
And you can't pick up ESPN on everyone.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
And if you have a digital antenna, you can pick up any of those games easily.
Well, now on radio, now you can do that.
No, I'm just talking about if you have a digital antenna where you can pick up a tower somewhere, you can
Yeah.
pick it up for free.
Yeah, exactly.
And these satellite companies,
All right,
Dish
now-
and Direct.
And of course, we were looking at watching your show the other day. You had highlights from Troy University. How does that work?
Well, I just pulled them out of Twitter and asked the university could I use them, and they said I could.
And they let you use them. That's great. Well, we'd love to use them. That'd be great. We'd love to use them. That was smart for you to be able to do that. Okay, everybody likes Georgia, or does anybody like LSU? Oh, we have one. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree.
LSU.
LSU
I'll tell you,
bounces back.
I don't know. It's just they could beat them. They could beat them.
What do you think about it, Ginger?
Georgia.
Georgia. And
Like Neil said, if it had been a night game in LSU, I probably would have picked LSU.
that's going to be a great one to watch. It's going to be a super
I'll tell
game.
you what, I feel for anybody sitting in that upper deck in Baton Rouge tomorrow at Tiger Stadium. That's the highest I think I've ever been up in my life.
It
that
is
upper
way
deck
up
there.
there. And then, of course, you can sit back tomorrow and turn your TVs on. You can see Auburn against playing at home at 11 o'clock, and then you can catch this game at 2:30. The Alabama game comes on at 6:30.
Well, now the Troy game will be on at 1 on
At
ESPN
1.
3.
That's right, on ESPN 3. And Mike, I was watching ESPNU last night on our Troy cable dial, so you can see pretty much everything out there.
Do you believe the CBS game next week is going to be Alabama at Tennessee? They actually are going to have that on CBS.
It's the rivalry.
Main job, yeah. It's that what is it? The third Saturday in October. Yeah,
It's just the plain fact they want Alabama on television.
yeah.
They're the
you're
number one
exactly
team
right.
in the nation.
No question about it.
I wouldn't put that on CBS though as your main game. There must be no other good games
Must not.
this week.
Must not.
Ohio State at Minnesota, no question there. You like Minnesota, is that right?
I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Is PJ Fleck gonna be able to get it done in Minnesota?
I don't believe he is. I think TJ might have one foot on the banana peeling and the other one coaching at Minnesota.
I'll take the Buckeyes.
I'll take the Buckeyes.
Ohio State.
Now, I got to be real careful with Ricky over here. He's going to be politically correct. And of course, everybody hates Ohio State, but you got to put a circle around the right here. West Virginia and Iowa State, and ladies and gentlemen, my upset special of the week, or maybe the year. They got a quarterback named Purdy. He's a pure freshman at Iowa State, and I saw him run in and around and over Oklahoma State last week. I'll take Iowa State to upset West Virginia. Somebody's got to do it.
You got your probable Heisman Trophy winner quarterback in West Virginia, and West Virginia. West Virginia will not slip.
What if he was playing at Florida? You know, he transferred from Florida. What if Florida had him now?
Boy, don't you know they wish they did.
But,
he took, he was on steroids and they kicked him off the team.
Oh, wait a minute! Now we know the rest of the story.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly right.
He tested positive for PEDs, and
exactly.
They tried to use him as an example. And Mike's right; they let him go, but he did
He
transfer.
definitely affected Michael Williams' career at Florida. I'll say that. If he would have stayed, he might have been.
And I would say that the quarterback of West Virginia is probably the top guy on the Heisman list. What's happened to the guy at Stanford? We hadn't even heard from him.
Bryce Love.
Yeah,
been hurt all year.
He, just like Mike just said, he's had an ankle.
Yeah,
and he's been playing hurt.
Yeah.
But he's having an average year with injuries.
Am I the only one that
Greer's already thrown 6 interceptions too. That's kind of hurt him a little bit.
Let me tell you the biggest thing
he's a Brett Favre gunslinger though. That's his style.
Even though this game is huge for Iowa State, if they could beat West Virginia, the people in Iowa, the thing they're concerned about more than anything is the start of pheasant season.
Oh.
Mike, you remember when we went to that game and I asked the guy, went to a Troy Iowa State game, and the fans were sort of late getting there, and I asked the guy, I said, where's all these fans? Is this going to be it? He said, no, they'll be coming in here at dark, but right now they're pheasant hunting.
How about
pheasant hunting is big business.
Kind of like deer hunting to us.
Yeah, exactly. It's big business. But Iowa State is a good team with this coach at Iowa State, Mike. Do you know him by name?
Yeah, Campbell.
See, this guy's a guru.
Cyclone.
Young Campbell is an outstanding football coach, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't know how good Oklahoma State is, really. They've kind of started struggling.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'd have to take West Virginia in this game.
Me too.
All right, Iowa and Iowa State.
I do think West Virginia will get beat in a couple weeks in Texas, though.
I was thinking that might be the stumbling block too, not this week.
Exactly right. I'm taking Iowa State. I'm the only one taking them?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, Washington at Oregon. I'm fixing to turn the tail on you again. I'll take Oregon to upset Washington.
I'm taking the Ducks too. They got so unlucky against Stanford. They got so unlucky against Stanford. It was just incredible how they lost that game. And I gotta take Oregon. I think Washington has been just barely skipping by every week, and I just think Oregon's a better team here.
Wait a minute, I heard something in our studio here. Wait a minute, let me see. Is that the sound of a Oregon guy?
Yeah.
Well, how do they sound? How they sound? Quack quack.
Quack quack.
He's a quacker.
Quack quack. He's from Oregon. This time last week he was mountain climbing out there. What mountain did you climb?
New York, actually.
So you in New York climbing mountains?
Schwan guns.
That's what he and his daddy like to do is climb mountains.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Okay, does everybody like?
I like to ride my truck around.
All right, somebody's bound to like Washington. Who likes Washington? Michael, you like Washington, don't you?
We lost him. We lost Michael.
All right,
I think Washington's favored by a point or two here, but I got to take Oregon at home. Tell them what kind of color jersey they're going to wear.
Exactly, no question. Ricky, what do you think?
Going with the Ducks at home.
The only thing we know for sure, Oregon's going to, hey, you hear this now? They're going to be ugly, ugly. Boy, they with that uniform, but
ugly duckling.
They can wear anything from black to
chartreuse. But their crowd might make a bigger difference than any crowd in college football. They are really rabid, and so most everybody gonna take Oregon.
I am.
Gosh, all right, here we go. Penn State versus Michigan State.
The
game's gonna be played at Penn State.
Oh, it's at
Penn State? I can't help but I just cannot help but circle Michigan State, the upset here. I got another upset.
Mike, Michigan State, I think I read where they had 16 out of 22 starters coming back. They were preseason,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
preseason number 6 in the nation.
Exactly.
But they've fallen on hard times and haven't been able to get it together. Watch out, they could upset Penn State. But I'm taking.
If they were playing,
Lions.
if they were playing at East Lansing, that's the home of Mississippi State. I mean Michigan State. I would take Michigan State. Who do you like?
Penn State.
And all right, Penn State, and okay. Look out for her. She'll probably end up winning this thing. And of course, your husband's a game warden. Was he out up way before you this morning?
He was up. He's getting ready. He's going to go down to Florida tomorrow.
He's a big Florida fan.
Well, no, he's going to help clean
he's
up.
going to help.
We got some folks down there.
You go out on this bypass, you see a lot of vehicles. I know you sit there, in your jet package there at Pike County Ford. You see a lot of that, don't you?
Yeah, there's
a lot of equipment.
Bumper utility trucks yesterday.
It's wonderful, and most of these people volunteer their men and their machinery.
Very nice of the mayors to allow their crews to do that.
Okay. Everybody likes Michigan State. I'm the only one who likes Michigan State.
The only one.
You're the only one.
All right, Penn State to win that game. Texas and Baylor. And of course, this game is played, I think, at, I want to say it's going to be played at Texas.
Baylor's playing inspired, but all their big-time players transferred out, and they got probably a 3 or 4 year rebuilding process, and I got to go with Texas. They got the hot hand right now.
Okay. Ricky, what do you think?
Yeah, especially after watching Texas play Oklahoma last week. I mean, Texas is they're catching some momentum, and I think they beat Baylor pretty good. I'm gonna take Texas.
All right, Virginia, what do you think?
Texas.
Virginia Green Nowling says Texas. All right, how about showing us a hook 'em horn? You know it.
Right.
You know it, girl. You know it. Hook 'em horn. And that's right. He can't stand them. And I tell you something else too that is bad about Neil. He will not circle Alabama. Now, let me tell you, he don't care whether he's politically correct or not. He is not going to circle Alabama in a minute. I'll tell you that right now. You learn to hate somebody. It's about like rooting for the Yankees, isn't it?
Can't do that either.
All right, who do you like, Texas or Baylor? I like Texas.
Texas.
Virginia?
Texas.
Okay.
Eyes of Texas are upon you.
That's right. And I was at a game. I want you to tell you a little story here, and it might make me cry because it was a long time ago. I played on a high school football team in 1964, the football year, and we went through and won the South Alabama Conference Championship. And our quarterback club, which was led by Harry Baker and a few people like that, said, well, let's do something special for this team. Let's send them to the Orange Bowl.
How about that?
So we bust up and went down to Orange Bowl and stayed in Fort Pierce, Florida, and got caught in an orange grove and almost sent back home. We got in all kinds of trouble that night. But that ball game was between Texas and Alabama. Alabama had already won. It was before the bowl games determined who won the championships. So they had already given the national championship to Alabama. Joe Namath was the quarterback, and he was stopped on the last play of the game from 1 foot away. He was stopped on a very controversial. If they'd had a replay, it would probably, shown that he made it. But Tommy Novus, the All-American linebacker at Texas, made the tackle, and Texas beat Alabama. Well, 75,000 people were there, and on the way out, all I heard was, "I've been working on the railroad." Well, it's really the Texas, Texas fight song, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Same home,
as I've been walking on the road. The eyes of Texas are upon you, and you heard it for an hour, I reckon, and I'll always remember that. But back then, the quarterback clubs, would send you somewhere, if you had a good year.
How about that? That's special.
That is.
There is, of course, the great Harry Baker and
the jeweler.
I want to hear more about the Orange Grove.
All right, well, we had no business. I found out that you don't go into people's orange groves.
That's their money.
Hey, not only will they put you in jail, they'll shoot you.
Oh, my goodness.
If you go in there, I mean, it is
That's
big
like
business.
stealing money.
And us Alabama boys got in all kinds of trouble.
Goodness.
And it's one we got back. Okay, here's one of my picks right here, Brother Ricky.
Yeah.
Memphis will knock University of Central Florida off their perch. Memphis to upset Central Florida.
Good pick, but not so fast, my friend.
I know. And of course, they're the winningest team in college football right now, aren't they? They've won 15, 16, 17 straight.
Yeah, I'll take the Black Knights.
Are you taking the Black Knights? Who you taking?
UCF. Memphis just can't keep it together.
That's right. But now they play at Memphis, and they say that's a pretty tough place to. If you let them get ready all day long.
That
and
quarterback
play at
at
night.
UCF's an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he is. No question about it. In fact, if the Nebraska coach would have been able to take him with him, it would have made a big difference.
It would have made a big difference.
All right, who do you like?
UCF.
UCF. Okay, everybody likes UCF except for me, but that's what winners are made of. Michigan versus Whiskey, Wisconsin. And this is going to be a street fight right here, Ricky. What do you think?
Yeah, it will be a street fight. I'm going to take Michigan to go into Wisconsin and knock them off. I'm going to take
Do
Michigan.
you know, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you know that Harbaugh, who is the great coach at Michigan, he has a nickname. What is it? Do you know?
See it on the
I mean, it's
is
the crazy.
that the khaki pants
Blake,
guy?
you're exactly right. Wait a minute, did he tell you that?
No.
Did you come on your own and know that?
Listen, I've been hearing you talking about
Khaki
that for 2
pants,
years.
ladies and gentlemen, and that's why they call him. He wears khaki pants everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
And if you remember a few years ago, he was down here at a camp in Prattville. He was recruiting a bunch of players from Alabama.
Got one or
and
two.
he was out there playing with them, Ricky, and he had a pair of khaki pants and no shirt.
Oh.
Long khaki pants and no shirt, and he was out there.
Put on
Hot
a
down in
shirt.
Alabama.
But I think he's known as khaki pants everywhere.
That's hilarious.
He
I
got
wear
a
khaki
couple-
pants myself.
He got a couple of those Alabama kids out of that
He
trip.
sure did. He sure did. No question about it.
Of
And,
course,
and I wanted to say
Saban
one-
bashed him up so bad he didn't come back.
Oh yeah, he sure did.
He hadn't been
Saban
back.
didn't like that. Did he?
He said, "Get out of Alabama."
That was something. Oh, okay. This is going to be a good one. Wisconsin and Michigan. You know, Wisconsin's a good football team. I'm going to take Wisconsin to win the game. I'm going to take Wisconsin.
I'm taking Wisconsin as well. Everything about me says Michigan should win this game, but I'm going to take Wisconsin protecting the home turf. How many times have you seen Wisconsin lose 2 home games in one
That's
year?
right.
It just don't happen.
They're physical.
BYU's already been in there and beat them this year. They won't lose another
Yeah.
home game.
All right, but now where is this game being played?
I
Is it
was
Devil-
trusting you that it was in Wisconsin.
All right, I know it. Let me double check though. Let me double check.
If it's
That'll
in,
make a
if it's
It
in the
would make
big
it-
house,
You're right. It's played in at Wisconsin.
okay.
There'd be a bunch of cheese heads there now. A bunch of cheese heads.
If it was at the big house, I'd have had to change my pick.
Yeah. So instead of getting a hamburger at the concession stand, they give you a big old
Block of cheese.
Block of cheese. Is that
I
right?
guess.
Get some
Okay.
good cheese.
All right. And that's going to be a prime time game too. That's going to be a good one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great weekend to watch
You got it
football.
right.
I promise you. All right. Does everybody who takes Michigan? Ricky?
I do.
Mike,
What?
we just figured out it's at the big house.
No, wait a minute. No.
It's in
I've got it
Michigan?
over here now.
I'm swapping to Michigan.
No, it's Wisconsin playing at Wisconsin. No, wait, that's Nebraska. This is a different one. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
You know what?
I'm taking Michigan.
Let me tell you something else.
Uh-oh.
And I don't make too many mistakes on this thing, but I've got. No, that's last week. Man, that'll make all of it. Here it is this week. Right here. Here it is this week. Now we'll do it
Texas
right.
games
And
are awesome.
you
We need a
exactly-
magnifying glass for that.
All right, no, we can see it right here. You're exactly right, my friend. Let
Mike,
me find
you
it.
get the ESPN app, buddy. Tell
Let me
him.
find it. Let me
Put that on
find
your
it.
phone for you.
It is a night game.
Oh goodness.
Why can't I find it?
It
I'm
is-
looking. All right, here it is right here. Well, that's the wrong one too.
There it is. Michigan.
In Wisconsin,
That's
it's
6:30,
played at
yeah.
Michigan. It's played in the big house. You're right.
That's 6:30.
Before 114,000.
Gotta go with the
I
big
gotta
blue.
go with
32.
Michigan.
Big blue.
Boy, that's going to be a good one. But Wisconsin, I'm still staying with
You gonna
Wisconsin.
stay with them?
I'm going to stay with them. They're a good football team.
They are.
They're physical, and now a lot of people say that
they got a
Michigan's got the
left-handed
best
quarterback.
defense in America.
Those are with the wrong hand.
This is weird.
That's right. But again, a lot of people think that Michigan's defense can be the difference, but I think Wisconsin's going to be strong. So all right, I
Be a
took
good
Wisconsin. Who else took Wisconsin?
I changed.
I was
I
0-1.
changed.
All right,
You
they
were the
changed.
coach of Wisconsin.
I'm sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Okay, we're going to now go to Colorado, which Colorado is undefeated. Colorado is undefeated. They're going to Southern Cal. This would be a good place for Colorado to lose.
Nah, they're not.
And I'm saying they will lose at Southern Cal. I'm going to take Southern Cal. Who do you like, Neil?
I don't think Colorado's got the team to run the table. USC is not deep,
They're not real great.
but they
You're
got
right.
a bunch of 5-stars on the starting 11.
Yeah.
And Southern Cal wins a close one tonight. Colorado doesn't travel well.
And if you like the old Trojan Fight song, just tune in because they're going to play it the entire ball game. I mean, there ought to be a limit to some of this. I mean, they play that Trojan Fight song all day long.
Oh, yeah. Florida does it, too.
About like that Texas fight song and all that.
Or Rocky Top.
Yeah, Rocky Top. You're right. You know what? This weekend, do you have Rocky Top?
I can get it.
All right, I want you to get it for us today so we can play it in a few minutes.
No.
No question about it. We got to have Rocky Top. No question about it. I love the song, except I don't like it after a Tennessee
I
touchdown.
don't either.
But they are playing Auburn, so that'll make the difference.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Who took? Anybody take Colorado?
I'm taking
I
Colorado.
did. I did.
All right. All right. Okay. Iowa at Indiana, and Iowa is another team that is really playing good right now. I think they've lost just one game. Virginia, who do you like here?
I picked Iowa.
Okay, and of course those kids got to go in and get the corn in first, and to get ready for Indiana. Oh yeah, play it. Let's hear it.
Oh, you want to hear it now?
Yeah, we'll hear it right now. But we got to get some sound now. Boy, that's one of the great songs out there in college football.
Makes me want to do the ham bone.
Exactly. I remember the last time I heard that in the stadium was when Troy played Tennessee about 3 or 4 years ago. The final score was 52 to 47 or 46 or something. Troy had 700 yards in offense against Tennessee that day. They went over 700 yards that day in offense and lost the ball game. But I heard that Rocky Top until I got sick of it. But we're going to play it again in a minute. For all you Tennessee
I'm going to get a better
fans,
version.
we're going to play it in a minute. We're going to take a short break.
All
We'll
these
be right
Tennessee
back.
fans.
Brought to you by the Huddle House on Highway 231 South. A great place for breakfast.
Only,
is the Huddle House.
Only Tennessee fan I've ever met is Jimbo Hanna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was big.
That's why we don't like Tennessee.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal, guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy, never too far for a far better deal.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
Will you turn the air conditioner on?
We're back.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Pike County Ford. And, of course, this is Pike County Ford's Picks of the Week. And the guru is with us, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Clark, the owner and head guru at Pike County Ford. Ricky, what you got going, man?
Man, we're doing some more good stuff this weekend. Like
Other than me, who's bought a car from you this week?
Well, the hurricane put a little damper on us, but we're back open and doing things and you know, trying to take care of folks.
Well, you hung in there for a while, though. I was wondering when you gonna call it off, because those skies got sort of dark.
Yeah, it got pretty nasty.
You were saying to yourself, of course, he moved in here a couple of months ago from Marshall, Texas. You gotta want to go to Marshall, Texas, and he was looking over those skies out there, and he said, "Why did I move to this place? I mean, the weather's supposed to be good. I got to not only worry about a tornado, but a hurricane. And I don't know which would be the worst."
I don't know. Tornadoes are pretty nasty. Just throw some water on it and we'll have a hurricane.
Okay, we've got a few games left. Texas A&M and South Carolina.
We skipped it. Iowa, Indiana now.
Well, now we all right. We did it, and Virginia took Iowa. I took Iowa. Who did y'all take?
I took Indiana.
They
played inspired last week against Ohio State, and I liked it.
All right, that would be a big win for them if they could get it. All right, let's take Texas A&M at South Carolina, and this one should be a good one. A&M needs this game, but South Carolina does too. The quarterback from Opelika at South Carolina is back. He was injured last week. Who do you like, Ricky?
I like A&M in this.
You like A&M, yeah.
Jimbo's getting these guys together. They're playing some good football.
They are, and I think the running back, I can't remember his name, is one of the best in the SEC. I'll take A&M as well.
And your favorite song out there, y'all fight song, "I am a long, tall Texan. I wear a big white hat. He comes from Texas with a big white hat. Well, I'm a long, tall Texan."
Come on.
Is that y'all's fight song?
Aggies.
I couldn't tell you what it is.
Okay. Who do y'all like? I like South Carolina.
A&M.
South Carolina.
Texas A&M.
Mike, you either gonna whoop us all this week,
I know.
or are we gonna whoop you? One or
That's
the other.
right.
But
Exactly.
we all going different.
Exactly. You're right. You're right, Neil. All right. I take South Carolina. Who takes A&M? All right. Look at that. Okay, Georgia Tech and Duke, and Duke is in trouble here. I think this game is played
Downtown Atlanta.
Downtown Atlanta, exactly right. The biggest, most overrated thing out there today is the hot dog at what's the famous hamburger place, hot dog place there?
The
Varsity. To me, that's the worst. That is not even a good hot dog. Have y'all ever had one?
It's the
everybody
tradition.
said, "Let's go to the Varsity for a hamburger."
It's
hot
the
dog.
tradition.
Let's go to the Varsity for a hot dog. Well, it might have been back in the 50s, but that is a terrible hot dog.
Oh, my
Little old bitty wiener, you know. You take 2 bites and you're through.
And you're done.
You need a foot long.
Exactly, a foot long.
Okay.
But it's located right on the Tech campus where everybody hangs out. But I'll take Tech. What do y'all think?
I'll take the wishbone as well.
Well,
Georgia Tech.
I'm going against all of you. I'm taking Duke.
All right, you take Duke. Ole Miss and Arkansas, and just shoot in here because one of you got to have some relief. Is that right?
Yeah.
Who do you like here?
I'll take the Rebels.
You know, they are scoring a lot of
They're
points
scoring
right
a bunch of points.
And, you know, as long as they can do that and they can be halfway decent, the old guy can probably keep his job. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
But Arkansas showed that they had a little punch. What do you think?
Last week.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's enough fight. I'm more with Ole Miss in this game.
You would think with the Walmarts, you know, the big Arkansas folks, our guy in Dallas is a big Arkansas guy.
Jerry Jones.
And there's some other huge industries that
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, yeah, he's a big Arkansas man.
John Daly.
There's a lot of Arkansas folks out there. You would think they could buy their way to a pretty good season next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take Ole Miss.
They need to take notes from the Red Elephant Club.
Who do you like, Ricky?
I'm going with Ole Miss.
Going with Ole Miss. All right, I'm taking Ole Miss. Everybody got Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
I'm picking Arkansas.
All right, you picked Arkansas.
I like Ole Miss.
The
but I'm picking
Razorback. Okay, she picks the Razorback.
They're
Of course, here's a good one. Florida at Vanderbilt. This would tickle me. This would tickle me like I've never been so tickled in my life if Vanderbilt could find a way to win this game.
Yeah, I know it, but they're not.
Me too.
You know, I think Vandy's going to upset somebody, but you know, I think Florida's just a little bit too strong.
So y'all are telling me
Dan Mullen's getting a little bit better every week.
So y'all are telling me it's going to be Alabama against Florida in the SEC championship?
No, I'm telling you, it's going to be Alabama, Georgia.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about Georgia, don't I?
But Florida is much improved, and Dan Mullen, they're getting better every single practice, every single game. Dan Mullen is a good head coach, and Florida has turned the corner, and they will not lose to Vandy.
Yeah. Just think the head coach at Penn State used to be the head coach at Vanderbilt, and he won 9 ball games at Vanderbilt. That guy's got to be one of the best coaches in the country.
He is.
All right, I'm going to take Florida. Everybody going to take Florida here?
Yeah.
All right, Oklahoma State and Kansas State. And the one big reason why I have Kansas State on this scoreboard picket show is because my preacher, Mac Lowry, has a son, the starting right guard at Kansas State. And he played right here at Montgomery Academy, and he's been on our show. He's a great kid. He's only 6'6" and weighs 325
That's
pounds.
all.
That ought to tell you something.
Tyler
but
Mitchell.
Mac Lowry, every Sunday at Calvary Baptist Church, wants to tell us about Tyler and how he did.
That's Laurie. That's Laurie's son. That's Tyler
That's
Mitchell.
right.
Yeah.
And of course, who do y'all like here? Kansas State now is coached by the old man. And here comes the call coming. It's probably Mike. Let's see. You're on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Hi, I was just calling back.
I thought Will Matthews would be calling in with some of his scores. We got Oklahoma State at Kansas State. I'm taking Kansas State.
Me too.
They should have upset Baylor last week. Who do you like,
I'm
Ricky?
taking the Cowboys. I'm going with Oklahoma State.
I think Oklahoma State will rebound as well from last week.
All right, remember.
You know Kansas State's won one game, Doug.
What now?
They've only won once.
They're going to win this one.
Don't tell him all the
Yeah, but that old man can coach, Mike. He can coach.
Yeah. What do you say, though? He can coach, but he can't play.
No, you're right. Exactly right. No question about it.
Have I missed Wally's blue plate special pick? Has he called in on a pick?
No, not yet.
On Hawaii last week.
I think Wiley's probably still in bed.
Yeah.
Isn't there a holiday still going on at Charleston?
No, he's in Montgomery at Supreme Court right now. He had to work today.
Oh, did he? Okay. All right. Does everybody like Oklahoma State but me?
I guess so. Mike, you either
No,
going
I'm Kansas State. I picked Kansas
Are you
State.
pick Kansas State?
Mike's either going to take us to the woodshed this week, or we're
I've
going to
been
take
out
him to the
there.
woodshed.
I've been out there, and no disrespect to the community, but that's one of the ugliest places.
Manhattan.
They got this old purple and
Manhattan.
gray, and they got white stone. What do we call it here? The buildings are all white stone.
Limestone?
Yeah, sort of a limestone, or what's another? We have all these
Cinder block?
Yeah. No.
Stucco?
They quarries. They have quarries. Limestone. It's limestone. Look what it is.
Yeah, it's got like a real gothic look.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like pretty like Duke is.
Yeah, it's not real pretty, but they play pretty good football. Okay, all right. Let's see here. That was now let's go with Nebraska, and I've favored Nebraska every year, all year long because of Troy winning that game. Nebraska's got to go to Northwestern to play a bunch of rich kids.
Chicago.
Who do y'all like?
I'll take Chicago.
All right, you'll take Chicago and Northwestern, a little private school in Chicago. Who do you like?
Yeah, I'm going with Northwestern for sure.
All right, how about you,
Nebraska.
Virginia? You're gonna take Nebraska
I'm
because
taking
they're red and
Nebraska.
white. Is
That's
that right? They're pretty.
No, that's not why.
And I would like to see him win. You would think that he'd win one of these games, but I don't think he will do it.
Well, later in the season, he scheduled Bethune-Cookman out of Florida to replace.
Did he really? Are you serious? So Nebraska will win another game.
Yeah, they will win another game. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big one at Lynchburg, Virginia tomorrow. And, of course, here we go. These are the Trojans of Troy University. And, of course, the Trojans will be coming in there for a 1 o'clock kickoff. Is that right, Mike?
That's correct.
And where would it be on television-wise?
ESPN 3.
ESPN 3. Is that hard to get on Troy Cable?
But you can get it through your computer.
Yeah.
I know that.
Okay, so you and a lot of folks.
I actually have ESPN3 as a channel up here in Birmingham, so I can watch it on my television.
Well, I watch. You know what?
You're gonna have to go out to the country club, watch it on the big screen.
Yeah. But if you'll get somebody who knows what they're doing on your TV, they'll probably be able to find it. But this is a big game. You know, they're coming in there, ladies and gentlemen. They're top quarterback. Barker is out for the season. They've got, which I love his name, Sawyer Smith is the young quarterback. They'll be taking over the reins tomorrow, and it's going to be very interesting how they play under with Smith as their guy. Now they got Gunnar Watson, a young 6'5" freshman.
Big recruit, Gunnar Watson.
Yeah, and he's really got a great arm. I think with the two of them, I think they can beat Liberty. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a really close game, though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this came down in the fourth quarter. You know, Liberty scores a lot of points on everybody, so Troy's also missing Tron Folsom, their best linebacker on defense. Got a couple other guys injured, so it's going to be a really tough game. I'm hoping Troy can pull it out because we need this win to get to 6 victories, and of course that gets you bowl eligible, and of course on down the road we want to get to a point where maybe we can host that championship game later in December.
The first ever Sun Belt championship. We want to hear in
That
Troy,
would be
Alabama.
awesome. That'd be the biggest thing ever hit Troy. That'd be unbelievable. You might sell him a few extra cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, will you be in the big victory parade?
More people equal more opportunity.
Yeah, no question about it. And of course, it's going to be a big game, no question about it. And Turner Gill was the quarterback for some of those great Nebraska teams. You remember him, don't you?
I do.
He's the head coach at
Liberty.
And Jerry Falwell's Liberty Baptist University has 49,000 students. 49,000,
Wow.
and online, how about this? Online, 110,000.
Woo!
That's great.
With the
How about
online.
this? The game time temp tomorrow will be 60 degrees, low 42, so you better
Low
bring a jacket
42.
if you're going to the game.
Well, I think we sold 49 tickets from Troy. That doesn't count the parents or all that. I think there was 49 tickets bought. I'm a big Troy fan, but I don't know if I'm
You're not going to Lynchburg?
Unless somebody says, Mike, here's your plane ticket. I'm going to have a truck carry you to the airport and pick you up.
I think your trip to Nebraska is way more miles than this.
Yeah. But we had fun, and I love my Trojans, so I'll be close to a TV that I can watch it, I promise you. So that should be good.
I can tell you one person that will be there. Tim McGee.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. We don't give him enough credit.
He's great.
He is a
Tim
great
is
guy.
great. He is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn Tigers getting ready to do battle with the Tennessee Volunteers. It's orange against orange, but it's a lot less of an orange at Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, a 11 o'clock kickoff from Jordan-Hare Stadium. It's Auburn and the Tennessee Vols. Now, for all you Tennessee fans, here we go. Oh, Rocky Top.
Look, he's swaying.
Oh, Rocky Top, it'll be played many times. That Tennessee band will be there, and they had a lot of pageantry to that game.
Guaranteed.
Here we go, listen. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky
Get
Top,
spoons out.
Tennessee. The latter part of that song, you got to do this. You got to hold your notes. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
All right, that's
a
enough
great
of that.
song for all you Auburn fans to get
My
used
ears
to
are
tomorrow. And of course, who do y'all like? I like Tennessee in an upset to win the football game.
Mike Amos.
I like Tennessee to win the football game because Auburn has no offense. I think Tennessee is going to upset Auburn tomorrow. That's my prediction.
Auburn wins the game at home.
But you can look back over all my records, and I don't have a lot of credibility. Go ahead.
I'll take the Auburn Tigers.
You'll take the Auburn Tigers?
Much closer than anticipated. Auburn is struggling this year, but they'll win the game.
All right, now of course you do have I was going to say you have nobody in the game, but you do all your forward customers out there.
You got a better chance of selling something from an Auburn fan than a Tennessee fan.
I know, but either way, I'm going with Auburn.
Get the hot wire on Big Al.
Exactly right. And see that Auburn, Alabama folks have the hot wire this thing.
There we go.
The Crimson Tide of Alabama, ladies and gentlemen, go head to head tomorrow with the Missouri Tigers. It's homecoming at Alabama, and Big Al will be there waiting for you to get there. And of course, a capacity crowd of 102,000 fans will be at Bryant-Denny Stadium this Saturday afternoon in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
We need to do a side bet and see what the over-under is that Mike Amos makes it to the metal detector.
What is that now?
We need to do a side bet to see if Mike Amos makes it to the metal detector.
Yeah, that is important.
Make sure you take the plastic flask.
And I don't know what you guys are talking about. I will take a Coca-Cola maybe or something, a Diet Coke or whatever. No, it's going to be fun to be there. And the only reason I'm not going to be in Lynchburg is because, first of all, it's a long ways. It really is. And Troy will fly out
You just want to come see your grandkids in Birmingham and then go to the game.
I do need to see my grandkids in Birmingham. No question about it.
Mike, make sure he gets through that metal detector now.
I'm gonna try.
I'll have a radio. I always carry a radio in there with me. I hope they don't take that away from me.
They're gonna confiscate that.
Oh my goodness.
I know it. But normally, though,
they're gonna say, "Are you a terrorist?"
Mike, it goes from being the hardest stadium to get into in America to what was the easiest stadium to get into America.
Yeah, it was no security.
You could almost carry an actual icebox with you in there. You know?
Yeah, it's just crazy how it does now. It definitely takes a lot longer to get the game. We're going to have to get the gate earlier.
No question about it. Okay, all right. Alabama and Missouri. Missouri will score some points. What's the over-under on that game, Mike?
I think it was 73. I'll have to look.
Oh, that is way up there.
That's because Alabama's going to score 54.
Boy, that is way up there.
The big question is how much will Tua play? He's got a sprained knee. A lot of people are questioning whether he'll even play.
I've heard that. I actually heard
going on out there, but I hadn't heard anything from out of Coach Saban and in Tuscaloosa. They say he's practicing, but some people have claimed that maybe he had his knee scoped. Some people are claiming that he just has a knee strain. But either way, you got Jalen Hurts as backup. So
I've heard that he had his knee scoped. I've heard through the grapevine that he had his knee scoped.
Yeah, it's a rumor.
But that's a rumor. You're right. And rumors, I'm sure we'll know something by game time. But of course, just like Troy hearing about losing Caleb Barker. They lose a talent, but they bring another talent in there. That's what I think Troy's University's team is so good this year compared to other teams, is because they have the depth at skill positions that injuries like this won't be devastating. Same way with Alabama. I don't think you'll have to worry about who's going to win the game.
Line in Vegas is 28, over under 75.
That is unreal. I'd stay way away from that. I would. What would you think?
The over under or the line?
What do you think about the game?
I like Alabama big.
And what's the line again, Mike?
28.
28. That's reasonable. Yeah.
I think they may cover that. 50-something to 20 maybe.
Alabama,
exactly.
One thing is they're bad against the spread.
All right. Everybody takes Alabama.
Alabama lost Diggs. They're starting their best cornerback though, and that's not a good team to lose your top cornerback to. They can really throw the ball.
They're going to score. It's going to be some exciting.
Did you ask Ricky who his pick was?
Yeah, I'm asking him right now. Oh, I know it won't be Alabama.
Wait a minute.
Well, Stop the press.
All right, tell us.
I'm going to pick Alabama this week because I'm tired of losing these picks.
Oh, I
got to gain some ground.
Well, last week when you weren't here, the only ones that I
picked against
went in
Alabama
that
last
check.
week now for you.
Well, because I knew it wasn't politically correct for him. But now, something we got to do here, and especially for me, people that are very competitive in this thing, is we got to have a tiebreaker on the Tennessee-Auburn score. Who do you like? I like Tennessee 31, Auburn 27.
You think Tennessee can score
31, the Tennessee Volunteers. Hey, listen, after last Saturday night, I think, hey, listen, you can just run right up the middle on them.
No, they got embarrassed, and I think that was the worst thing that could have happened to Tennessee.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you something I did notice, though. The kid from Greenville is their horse in the defensive front, and he made plays after plays, but he couldn't do it by himself.
No.
Yeah, Davison.
And when you got a 245-pound, 6'6" quarterback running straight at you every time, that's pretty tough.
How about a new coach?
Well, I don't know.
Come on.
How about a
You
new
got a new coach. You got a contract. He's got $49 million.
49 million.
And I'll tell you something right now. If y'all want to be close and personal with your coach, go to the Waffle House in Auburn after the game. That's his tradition.
When they win.
All these highway patrolmen pull up, and this little old country bumpkin out of Arkansas walks in there and orders pancakes.
I like him, but he's just not.
He's not personable.
Yeah, he's not pretty. He's not pretty.
No, that's not what it is. He just does not have the team prepared like it needs to be.
I mean, out there right now, who do you think would be a better coach at Auburn, though? I mean, who do you think
Neil
Auburn
Brown?
would get?
I'd rather have khaki pants.
I bet and Khaki Pants bring his salary with him. Khaki Pants, Michael, tell us about who the highest paid.
Lane Kiffin would do a heck of a job.
He would.
I guarantee you.
He would.
I'm not saying that's who I want, but he would.
Exactly. You know, he was a favorite, a big favorite at Alabama when he was assistant because he went to all the bars. Did you know that? Isn't that right, Mike?
That may have caused him some problems.
Did Kiffin go to all the
Kiffin
bars?
down on the strip.
Wasn't he a big favorite by the fans, the students?
Hitting on the college girls.
I think he's a big favorite of the sorority girls.
That's what I thought.
Downfall.
Yep.
All right, let me tell you about Tennessee.
That and Twitter.
Let me tell you about Tennessee, and you know this girl. You know this girl.
He went by the name Joey Freshwater in Tuscaloosa when he was on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a different name.
Okay, we don't want.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know how close we are to the Tennessee program.
Anyway.
The Tennessee program is coached by a young man who married a girl from Banks, Alabama. Mike, you know who? Tell us who we're talking about.
Casey East.
East.
Yeah, her name is Casey East. You know Casey.
Philip's daughter. Philip's daughter.
Casey went to Troy, worked for Troy's athletic program, then went to Florida. Then went to Florida State as a graduate assistant.
And Jeremy was the defense coordinator for Jimbo Fisher.
And Jeremy was her husband, the head coach at Tennessee, was a assistant under Jimbo Fisher at Florida State. They met there and they married. So the head coach at Tennessee's wife is from downtown Banks, Alabama. Wow. Now you know the rest of the story. Now you know. Play it again. Rocky Top.
Don't play
Go
it
Rocky Top.
You want me to
We're
play it
all
again?
for Casey East and that Trojan.
I'm not playing it again. I love you, Casey.
We're playing. But it's gonna be fun. When we go off there, I want to stick that by Mike. We can hear it. Put it over here where Mike can really hear it.
Has anybody taken Ricky to the Banks Bar Ride yet?
No, Ricky has not been to the Banks Bar Ride. Is that right?
No,
Boy,
sir.
their chicken is wonderful.
Everybody needs to go to the Banks Bar Ride and get the chicken fingers and potato logs.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing. Hook's Barbecue is a great place.
Biscuit.
And they were out of ribs right before the storm the other night. They were out of ribs. So I said, give me some of that barbecue chicken. They gave me a huge quarter, 2 huge quarters of chicken and with rice and their beans. Oh, man. And then their pound cake. Man, I had a feast.
I don't know who cooks that.
But their barbecue chicken is wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Plenty of it. If you like to eat like Robin Hood, like that. And,
Yeah.
You know how you eat like Robin Hood. You Texans know that, don't you?
Yeah, they know. They do barbecue in Texas.
But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the difference in them, y'all. Let me tell you the difference in them. he don't. I asked him the other day, you want some barbecue? And he said, well, what kind of barbecue is it? I said, barbecue pork. He said, well, us Texans eat barbecue beef. Isn't that right? Y'all eat beef ribs instead of pork ribs.
We like pork too.
Do you like pork too? So y'all got hogs out there too?
We got hogs. We got cows. We
yeah,
got all.
Exactly.
Yep.
And of course, from downtown Marshall, Texas, and we got is it true we got a new sheriff in town, and he's the owner of Pike County Ford?
I'm here.
And you're sitting there ready, and you're dealing like nobody in town's dealing. Is that right?
We're beating everybody and anybody.
And everybody's price. I know you got a big sign on both sides coming down with T. Roy on it.
Yep.
And what does it say?
We'll beat any written officer.
All right. Is that guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Okay. I said that.
Mike, I'll write you one up.
Okay, good. Well, I tell you what, you've done a lot for, and you're gonna be on our telecast tonight. Is that right?
Yep, looking forward to it.
All right, and that's gonna be live from the stadium, the vet. The Charles Simpson High School football game will be live on Facebook across the country. Carroll High against Charles Henderson. Going to be a great show live from the Veterans Memorial Stadium.
You're in Honolulu.
Yours truly with Frank Scarborough and my good buddy Ricky Clark will be bringing you the play-by-play of that game tonight. And hopefully Charles Henderson can pull the big upset. What do you think?
They're going to do it.
All I got to say is go Trojans, and we're going to end it off with a big
you ready?
Rocky Top, yeah. All right, here comes Rocky Top. They're coming to Auburn. They're going to be an all orange. They're going to have coon dogs, and they're going to have overalls. Hey, listen, Rocky Top is coming to town. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Auburn Tigers. Kickoff time is 11 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe that? Whoa!
War Eagle.
If she did War Eagle, I'd say Rocky Top, USA. Now we're having fun. I just love that song. Thank you, Neil.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate Neil Armstrong and Kim, Virginia, and of course Ricky for being on our show. Have a great weekend. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning for Today in LA. See you again at 1:30 today. We'll replay today's show.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck